Hello, Kevin. Or
Hey,
Keith, I'm sorry.
hey, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you doing?
Doing well. So, how was your day so far?
Pretty great. I just got back from, getting my dentist cleaning done. So, yeah, feeling good. Weather is nice outside my neck of the woods. I don't know how it is in yours, but
It's all
yeah,
good. It's all good. And thank you so much for giving me your time today to talk about the upcoming album. So,
absolutely.
so your upcoming album, Omnivore, is to be out on January 5th, 2024.
Yeah, this is it right here. This is our Digipack Deluxe Edition that we're selling. And yeah, it's coming out January 5th, 2024. We're all really excited for everybody to hear it when it gets released. Yeah,
Fantastic. And would you like to tell me a bit about the songwriting process and the production behind this new album?
sure, absolutely. So I'll start with the inspiration first. The theme of the album is "You Are What You Eat." That's kind of where the title "Omnivore" comes in because it's sort of we're a reflection of the food that we put into our bodies, right? So like the tree on the front cover, like there's sort of like dead animals and fruit on it. So it's meant to kind of symbolize sort of like the average diet that we have growing up. And then, like later on in life, we kind of make our own choice of whether we want to continue being omnivores or we want to do something different. Um, as far as the songwriting goes, this album took about 3 years to make. So it was, kind of like a long process where, a lot of care was put into, every note, every passage, the song structures, all that. So definitely, we took our time to make sure that we were incredibly proud of everything that we did. And we definitely are. So.
Fantastic, fantastic. And a, an amazing cover art that goes behind this new album. So, would you
Yeah.
like to tell me about the making of the cover art and how do you come up with this one?
Yeah. Worked with Nicholas Sundin, who has done a lot of artwork and graphic design for many metal bands, and he's also best known as the ex-guitarist of Dark Tranquillity, one of the founding fathers of melodic death metal as we know it. I've actually worked with him before with an old band of mine, and because I was really going in a much more melodic direction with this album, he was my first choice. And I was very happy that he was willing to do it after I explained the concept to him, and he seemed like eager to kind of get his hands dirty with it. So he started out by giving me some preliminary sketches, and once I approved that, we kind of just went back and forth with some more detailed works. Like we traded some ideas back and forth, like I said. And eventually we got the final product. And he also designed some additional assets like, motion videos, like a shirt design that we're selling with the album. So he really did like a lot for us. And I'm super grateful to have had the chance to work with him again. Nicholas is a very humble guy and a really talented musician and artist. Um, I couldn't be happier with the work that he did. And as you can see, we have right the art right here, which I think again it looks phenomenal. I think it came out very well on the digipack. So yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. And talking about the album, I had the opportunity to listen to this album and an amazing album, like each and every song beautifully done, great work on the songwriting, the power, the brutality, bringing bringing death metal with the classic touch and with your own touch to the song and the music is phenomenal. So thank you so much for putting up this amazing album on January
Oh,
2.
oh, Keith, that really means a lot. Thank you so much. I'm very glad that you liked it and that you really enjoyed it. Like I said, a lot of thought and time and effort went into making these songs. Even though like you take one look at us and think, oh, these guys are probably just a bunch of jokers, and that that's okay because obviously we're called At the Plates. We're a food themed death metal band. We don't take ourselves that seriously, but the songwriting we absolutely take seriously because um, we don't want to be one of those bands where it's just the gimmick and that's it. Um, like you see the song titles, you see like At the Plates, you're like, what the hell is this? And I want people to check it out and realize, hey, you know what? There's actually something to this music. So again, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to it, and I'm really glad that you enjoyed it, Keith.
Thank you. And being the creator of this music and the work, how do you guys feel about the outcome of this sophomore album?
Again, we are incredibly proud of it. I think it's a major step up from the previous releases I've done. Um, like I've took what I've learned from previous bands that I've been in and my own experiences with the last two At the Plates records, and just kind of applied the lessons that I've learned to the songwriting process for this. That definitely extends to the recording process as well. I got some really helpful advice from Mario in particular. He's the vocalist of the band, and he also has his own home studio set up, and he does, some work on the side, some mixing and stuff like that. So, I had some really solid advice, which definitely helped me produce the best mix that I could possibly can at this point in time. So, yeah.
Amazing. And are you guys working on some kind of music video for any of the song from this album?
So a music video, not quite. We do have some additional assets I'd like to maybe use for another visualizer. So we did put out a visualizer video for our newest single, Roastwell 47. It's on our YouTube channel. People can go check it out. And we might do another visualizer video at some point for a future song. Nothing set in stone, but that's all I can really say about that right now.
Gotcha, gotcha. And I know it's a bit early to ask, but do you guys have a planned release day kind of thing for January 5th?
Um, I'm sorry, what was your question again?
Do you guys have any release day plans for January 5th on the day of the release of the album?
Um, well, I've kind of kicked around a few ideas about maybe doing like a listening party, like on Bandcamp. That's something that was like recently implemented. So that's definitely something I'd love to do. With any fans that would like to come hang out and listen to the album. I don't know when we would do it. I imagine it'd either be like the night before it releases or very soon after. Um, but yeah. Other than that, like it'll release simultaneously on, Bandcamp, on streaming platforms, so people should be able to, listen to it at the same time it comes out.
Fantastic. And talking about touring, any big plans on that?
No, not yet. One thing though, I'm definitely interested in the idea of doing shows. That's a little bit of ways away from now. Right now we kind of want to focus on promoting the album. There's things that we would need to do. I have to get a live lineup together because right now it's just the three of us, and two of the members live in different states. I'm over here in Maryland. Mario's in New York. Tyler's all the way out in Michigan. So logistically, there would be some things we'd have to work out with that. I definitely wouldn't say no to touring or definitely doing shows, but it just might take some time and some planning first.
And it formed in 2018. So how has this journey with At the Plates has been so far?
It's been really lovely. I've definitely put a lot of myself into it, but honestly, it's just something that makes me happy. It's something that I have a lot of fun with. Like the goofy side of it, it's a lot of fun. I think like laughter is, one of the best medicines for life, and that definitely is a source of amusement for me. Um, and it's just good to have, a creative outlet that's, something that like I'm a part of and help to build. So yeah, it's a really really positive um, influence, and it's made a positive impact on my life.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And the idea of at the place started based on the your lifestyle, the food habit that you had to change at some point of time, I believe. And so, is there a kind of message that you want to give to the people through your songs?
Um, there's I guess several messages. It really depends on what album you're listening to. But if you're listening to our newest one, Omnivore, my message is, enjoy what you listen to, but also think about like the overall theme. It's definitely meant to be, funny and still lighthearted, but we explored like a little darker, more serious themes on the album, like, you are what you eat, what
Mm.
you consume, can change you for better or for worse. And definitely, like, metalheads my age, as we're getting older and stuff, I definitely think that this album will appeal to them. But also, I'm hoping that younger metalheads who listen to this can kind of look at this as like a cautionary tale and be like, oh shit, like, if I'm living unsustainably, maybe I need to make some small changes. It doesn't have to be big. I'm not saying like people need to go diet and exercise, and it's not what I'm after. I'm not here to tell people how to live their lives or anything. But I know for me personally, I lived my life very recklessly in my 20s. So, I kind of want to help positively influence people to treat themselves a little bit better, so, and if you're not happy with yourself, you always have the power to change things. That's another thing that I want people to take away from the album as well. So,
Awesome. Awesome. And any highlight moments that you want to share with me today?
any highlight moments?
Yeah,
Like from this interview or from?
for the band at the plates.
Oh, for the band. From today, you mean?
Anytime over the career.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't understand at first. Yeah. So actually, one of the coolest things ever is there's a gentleman by the name of Jay Bennett. I don't know if he still writes for Bandcamp Daily, but a few years ago, he caught wind of our debut album, Starch Enemy. He really liked it. And he featured us on Bandcamp Daily, which is awesome. But this is the really cool part. So he is actually friends with the singer from At the Gates, Thomas Lindbergh,
Hmm.
and he sent him over my stuff, and Thomas was actually into it. Yeah, he said that this is refined stuff. He felt proud that this was a thing. That was just one of those pinch me moments because, like, obviously I'm a big fan of At the Gates. I wouldn't have named this band At the Plates if I didn't love At the Gates in some way or form. So, it was really cool to get that acknowledgement from him. Just kind of felt like, one of those like legitimizing moments, so that to me is probably the biggest highlight of At the Plates' career so far.
Amazing, amazing. And what would be the big dream as a band?
The big dream.
Yeah.
Oh man, we would love to play Maryland Death Fest. That would be my dream, is to get to play like Maryland Death Fest. Whether it's at Rams Head or Soundstage or hell on one of the big outdoor stages. We honestly, another dream too would just kind of be able to do festivals and stuff like that. Like that would be really sick. And other than that, like I just want to continue to grow our fan base and get more people into us, and have like a following that's like excited for the new stuff that we would release and all that stuff. Like I'd love to be able to interact with fans and be a part of that. So yeah, those not huge dreams, but dreams nonetheless.
Yeah. Sounds sounds good. And any plans for, I know we are reaching the end of 2023, but do you have some kind of plans for the band for this year?
We're just going to continue promoting Omnivore. We've got a really great marketing team that's working on putting our stuff out there. So we're looking forward to more interviews. We're looking forward to more press stuff coming out. We're going to premiere some more singles before the album comes out. Stuff like that. And yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. And Tony, finally, any message that you have for the fans around the world?
I just want to thank all of you guys for your support. It really means the world. Like one of the reasons I do this is for you guys. And Omnivore comes out January 5th, 2024. I hope you guys will pick it up. I hope you guys really like it. Yeah, just stay hungry and, you know, keep being awesome.
Wonderful. And Tony, I want to thank you so much for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to have you on this interview to talk on the upcoming album Omnivore. And like I said earlier, thank you so much for this musical awesomeness. Totally a brilliant album from you guys. And
Oh, thank
I
you.
hope a lot of people will enjoy the music that you've been giving. And really hoping to see you guys on the road. And thanks again for everything.
Keith, the pleasure is all mine. Thank you so much for having me on, and thank you so much for your kind words and your time. Thank you.
My pleasure, Tony. Have a great evening out there and take care of yourselves.
All right, take care. Bye bye.